This is your writer, Anthony L. Kelly, right here. Check it out. These are my books. Mac, Jaja, book, Sunshine. And this is my first book published, Saving Miss Caroline. And this is my latest, El Manic. Go check this book out, man. This is a nod at hip-hop on its 50th anniversary. This is a nod to one of the illest MCs to ever do it, Nasir Jones. This is me shedding the light on mental illness. I'll leave all the links in the description box. Salute to everybody who's ever supported me, man. Y'all go support your boy, Anthony.
For sure. Now, I don't know how long ago. This was like in May, right? You was doing an interview. You was talking about R. Kelly again, and they try to kind of put you on blast low key because you said, you know, and correct me if I'm wrong, that we should pretty much keep the same energy for all criminals. Right? What do you mean by that? I mean, I know what you mean by it, but can you kind of just explain the whole situation again and what happened with that? How do you feel about the backlash?
Not all criminals, because crime, like, we have like a little vote on what we feel as though is crime, what's not crime. Like, that's the people in power that came up with the rules and regulations. So that's their rules. That's what they made up. You know what I mean? And the people that's in the loop to, you know, control politics. So, right. You know, what's a crime and what's legal, and that even changed. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people was going to jail for wild years and it was ruining their lives over weed. Now it's legal in certain states, so now you could go and smoke right in front of the cops. Go right in dispensaries and buy as much weed as you want. You see them with all of this weed just posted up for sale, and it's legal now. Yeah. But in that same area, right where that store at years ago, you could have had a pack on you and did wild time for it. So it's like, what is a crime? Like, it's just whatever they tell you it is at the time. At the same time we was getting locked up over here for weed, I was going to Amsterdam, and it was just like how it is over here now. You know what I mean? You could smoke in front of the cops. Soon as I landed at the airport, they bought me a big ass bag of all these different flavors and hashes. And you got the windows down and you rolling up and you blowing it in the cop face, and even cops hitting the L's. And it's a different type of vibe over there. But I was able to see that when everybody was getting locked up over here, and it was illegal in every state. So I'm like, it's possible. Like, it's just all about what, you know, the people in power is willing to accept, or how they can benefit from these laws. So that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, if you feel as though somebody that's like accused of statutory rape or something like that, if you feel like they a bad person and you hate it and you want to cancel them, and now you don't want to listen to their music and you don't want to deal with them no more, then don't just do that because it's like a wave or people telling you that's how you're supposed to respond. Like, only do that if it really hurts you and you feel like that's how you want to respond and that's how you feel about a person that would do something like that. And if you feel like that, then keep the same energy with everybody that committed the same type of crimes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't just be like, yo, I'm going to cancel R. Kelly and not listen to his music, or I hate him because he did it. But it's a bunch of other niggas that could have been around them or could have been out at that same time, and you listening to their music and you going to their concerts and you supporting the artists that they signed, and you just don't, you just all into that. You don't got no problem with that. But just because the media said you need to cancel R. Kelly, you ready to. It's like, it's just showing people that I don't got no problem with nobody feeling how they want to feel. Like, that's why you your own avatar. You got the right to feel how you want to feel about anything. Word. But don't fake feel it. Like, really feel that way. Like, you know what I'm saying? And if you really feel that way, anybody that's in that bag should affect you, not just one person. You know what I mean? If you don't like murderers, don't like anybody that's murdering shit. You know what I'm saying? Or if it's not like out of self-defense, anybody that's murdering shit, you shouldn't like it. Shouldn't just only not like this kind of murderer, that kind of murderer, that and that. And it's like, it's a thin line between it, and it's too weird. It's just like had the same energy.
Right. Do you look at R. Kelly different, you know, after the whole conviction? I don't know if you've seen the whole documentary. I didn't. Do you look at him different from, you know, knowing him back then, doing a song with him to now, And would you still listen to his music as well?
Yeah, I still listen to his music.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like a lot of people in the industry, especially this wicked industry, music or entertainment, period.
Right.
A lot of people got skeletons in their closet. And if
Mm-hmm.
you start canceling people and not watching movies or not listening to music because of an accusation or something that they say somebody did, you wouldn't have nothing to listen to. Wouldn't be no more movies to
Damn.
watch and no more music to listen to. Because it's not really that many artists that got like a clean history, like nothing happened and they like super perfect. Like
Right.
it's gonna be hard to find that, and it's still gonna be a thin line between that because they might be, you know what I mean, innocent in a lot of situations, but they still been through shit. So if you don't got enough information on a story, they still seem guilty to you too. So you won't have nothing to really listen to if you're gonna take that route. That's why I don't choose to do that. Plus, I'm in the industry, so I might have some behind the scenes information that the average fan don't got.
Mm.
So I might know how they talk about certain people in the industry. I might know certain stories or people that's responsible for certain shit happening that could have changed the culture altogether, and they responsible for it. And I know that for a fact. So I would have to stop listening to them and cut them off, and you know what I mean. It's just too hard to do. Like, you know what I mean? To just start canceling people because of accusations and shit that you wasn't able to witness or around. Now, it might be different if somebody did something while I was able to see it myself. Like if they did some
Right.
type of crime or something that made me uncomfortable when it was around me or around somebody I give a fuck about, then I might, be looking at it different. But um if I ain't actually get to see it, it's all like hearsay. It's like you got to do your research. You got to really be a lawyer to try to figure out if somebody did it or not. And I just don't got the time to do that.
Is that so we all got skeletons, right? We all got our shit. Everybody do. Is that like a industry thing, or is that just like a everyone got their shit type thing? And if we cancel everybody out here, I'm basically trying to say, is it like more of that Illuminati shit than we think about, or is it not? These are just human beings that fuck up, and if we found out everything about everybody, there might not be anything going on.
Now um I think you could figure out a way to make anybody look like they the bad guy if that's all you focus on is the bad side.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Nobody gonna be like Jesus Christ, where there's nothing that you can find at all bad about them. Like it's always gonna be something, with people. And if you focus on that and you create a story and make up something behind it, and you got the power of media and the power to influence a large amount of people, then you can make anybody look bad. Or if they cooperate and they doing what you want them to do, they could be the worst person in the world, committing the most crimes and doing the most shit, but you could just cover it up and only show the good sides. Like, you know what I mean? So a woman could be like a murderer, or she could be like a criminal and she could be doing wild shit. But if she beautiful, she got a nice body, and she could sing and dance, we'll just keep showing you how beautiful she is and how good she could sing and dance. We're not going to never talk about the crimes and shit she do. And if anybody ever try to come out and talk about it, we're going to cover it up or make that person seem crazy because it's not getting enough attention. It's not getting enough light. It just seemed like that person just crazy or hating, and this person's still a star. As long as they doing what we want them to do. But as soon as they go against the grain and they don't cooperate, then we can make anybody seem like they the bad guy.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why they only like certain people that get in the industry. They don't want like the most holy people or the most stand-up people to get in the industry, because then it'd be a harder fight. It'd be harder to influence them what to do or to make moves or to cooperate, because they stand-up people and they don't got no skeletons in their closet where you could like you can threaten to like put them out there and change their life from letting out their secrets if they don't got none. So they would rather deal with people that do got a lot of skeletons in their closet. They know they got shit to hide before I sign them.
That's wild.
Hell yeah.
That's wild. I'm gonna I think we actually talked about it here. This, I don't know how long ago this was. It's Tory Lanez. You guys went back and forth, but afterwards he ended up getting arrested for shooting Meg Thee Stallion. How you feel about that? On an aftermath now, him being incarcerated for we don't know how long yet, but he's definitely in there.
Yeah, like I've been to jail, so I don't wish jail on nobody. That's a messy thing.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? But I just want people to know, like, no matter how free you think you is, no matter how far along you think you came as a person or as a race, still not completely all the way there. So it's going to be consequences and penalties if you do certain shit. That's just how it's set up. That's just how it go. So, you know what I mean? It's a sad thing. Like, that man was making wild music, had a bunch of fans, had a bunch of people supporting him.
Right.
But I said, like, it's yin and yang, is all the perspective. Like, it could make a bunch of people sad that was Tory fans that liked his music, that was supporting him, or even his family, or people that love him, they could be super sad. But what if you was like a Megan fan, or you know what I'm saying, somebody else that's on the opposite side? You might feel different, completely different, and be happy that, you know what I'm saying, something happened in result of him doing what they accuse him of doing. So, you know what I mean? I can't really comment on it. I wasn't there. I didn't see it.
Right.
And I ain't do enough evidence or, like, you know what I mean, research to know if what they accusing him of is true, or if he did do it. It's a lot of stories floating around that he did do it, he didn't, and he, like, I don't really know. You know what I mean? But it's fucked up to be in jail regardless of the fact, especially when you had a career like that. You had so much going for yourself. I remember being in Dubai, and I did one of these clubs the day before him, and came back to the club the next day because I was still out there to see him perform.
Right.
So, you know, niggas is in Dubai and just like all different type of places performing in front of lit ass crowds and people singing the words to your song, and you go from that to being in jail.
Yeah.
It's like that's not a good thing. So, you know what I mean? I know it's like painful and sad, and like it's hard for Tory, you know what I mean, but that's life, man.
Yeah, and you was in there too, so you know exactly how, you know, to go from, you know, superstar just in prison. You know what I mean? I know that had to be mentally tough. How'd you, you know,
and I know what it's like to be in prison falsely accused, like innocent, not even guilty. Like, it's different when you in jail, when you facing time, but you know you guilty.
Right.
So it's like, yo, if I do get a little bit of time or I don't get no time, is a blessing because I am guilty. But it's different when you know you innocent. Like, I ain't even do this shit and I'm still sitting. Like, that shit get different. So I've been in those predicaments, innocent and having to sit.
How many? See, that's tough, man, because I couldn't imagine ever going through that. I don't even really know the proper words to put into it. Do you think a lot of these rappers, like even the Rico shit that they dealing with, and I know you can't speak on every individual case because everything is individual, but just in general, do you think a lot of these brothers that go through some of the cases they're going through with the Rico and shit are innocent and they getting caught up in some bullshit and could potentially do time for nothing?
I think it could be both. You know what I'm saying? If you do your history, they've been accusing people and locking people up for a lot of fake reasons. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In history. So I'm pretty sure that's still going on. I just told you I was falsely accused and had to do time for something that I was innocent of. So I'm sure it's like plenty of other people going through what I went through and what a bunch of other innocent people went through. But it is also people that's guilty, you know what I mean, of the crime that they sitting for.
Facts.
It's like everybody not innocent. There's niggas that is guilty of doing shit that they accused of. And it's people that's guilty of maybe like they might be booked for a Rico drug case. You know what I mean? And all of the shit that they putting on them in that case might not be true. They might got certain niggas ratting, making shit up, exaggerating shit, but they only trying to get that to stick because they really know you guilty of, you know, a bunch of other crimes that they can't necessarily prove. You know what I mean? Maybe it's not enough evidence. Maybe witnesses is, you know, disappearing or intimidated. And it's like certain shit that they can't prove that they know you guilty of. So that's why they go so hard when they got like anything that can stick. They might give you way more time and blow it all out of proportion and try to make this stick more than ever because they know you know, you in that bag. So they trying to make something stick to take you off the streets. They've been doing that with big gangsters and even with like, you know, from the mob, big mobsters. They couldn't catch them in this way, or they couldn't get them with murder, or they couldn't get them with this, so they charge them with something else and try to make it stick. You know what I mean? And I guess the people that's doing that don't feel as bad because they feel like they are guilty of something.
Right.
For sure. We're definitely not gonna hold you too much longer, bro. Appreciate you, you know, coming through today. Let us know, man. You said you might have a possible battle. I'm sure you don't know who yet, but let us know about some of your business ventures and some stuff you got coming up. If you got, you know, some information you want to drop.
Yeah, I got a new project, man.
Okay.
The Godfather is coming real soon, probably coming around like my birthday time, July 7th.
Okay.
Got new videos and, you know, new singles I'm gonna be dropping even before that date. So I got that coming. I feel like it's the best project of my life. I'm super happy with it. It's what people expect from me, bars and being competitive and being lyrical. But it's also a bunch of shit people don't expect from me, like my tone of voice, the styles, the flows, the beats per minute that I'm on, just the way I'm sounding is like, you never heard me like this before. So that's why I'm so happy with this project. I can't wait till it come out. I told you I gave the URL enough time with that freeway battle, so now I'm about to lock in another battle right now. I'm actually in talks right now, and the paperwork should be here any day now for me to lock in this next battle. That's why I don't want to announce it, the league or the name yet, because I ain't really locked it in. But in the next couple days, I'll be able to announce that. So I'm gonna be battling again soon, dropping the best project of my life, more videos. And I ain't done this promo tour neither. I'm doing not only this show, but you know, a bunch of more shows, a bunch of more running around. I'm gonna just let people know that I'm outside. So I got a lot going on this year, man. I appreciate y'all for bringing me in. All of the people out there, just stay tuned. Bars is back. I've been telling niggas that for a minute, but now you could feel it. You could feel like, you know, the culture demanding bars right now, and that's why more niggas trying to rap, and I'm happy I'm around for it.
Right. How you feel about Remy's battle rap league? Remy Ma joint. You looked into that?
Yeah, you know, Remy, me and Remy been friends since way back in the day. You know what I mean? Even before she went to jail, before I went to jail. Like when we first started getting on and doing our thing, we've been cool since back then. So, you know what I mean? To see somebody that I had a relationship with from back in the day doing something like that is big. It's not only good for her, but it's also good for the culture because she giving battle rappers the opportunity to get booked, get bags, and get the opportunity to get seen. You know what I mean? So it's good for the culture. It's a sacrifice. That's what people don't understand. They think you could just come into this business and just start caking out and just, you know what I mean, eating. But she actually sacrificing for the culture. So it's a good thing. You know what I mean? I'm happy with the league. I'm happy with what's going on with her. And I wish her the best, most success.
Dope, man. We definitely
appreciate a lot of crazy talk about what happened at her last event. I know y'all see that all everywhere. It was like fights at her last event. A little bit of commotion, a lot of stuff that happened at our last event that's been floating around lately. So,
you talking about the Pat Poos joint?
Yeah, with Pat Poos, Easy. It's a lot of stuff floating around right now. So, I'm not saying it's a negative thing. It's good. It's the energy. I mean, like all publicity is good publicity. It just depends on how you spin it.
Real shit.
So people talking about it, they speaking on it, so people gonna want to see the event that already happened. People gonna want to see the next event. So it's just all about how they spin it, but it's up from here.
Can you let us know what league you ain't going over to Remy's league, are you? Or can you tell us that?
You never know. Like I said, Remy, my friend.
Go.
We've been keeping in contact ever since she started this Chrome 22 thing and started doing her thing. She know that, you know what I mean, I am the culture. Like I am battle rap. She know that how long I've been carrying it from back in the day before all these leagues started. She know I've been around giving it up. So you know, I'm pretty sure sooner or later we're gonna make something happen and figure out a way to, like, you know what I mean, both benefit from the energy that we putting out together. But it ain't go down yet, but me and Remy might do something soon.
Dope. So we definitely appreciate you, Cassidy, on Hip Hop Uncensored.
But even if we don't do nothing, I'ma still support, you know what I mean? Chrome
Right.
22, everything that she got going on, you know what I mean? She got my support regardless if we do something or not.
Facts.
Yes, sir.
We got to get you out here too, man. I know when you're doing your promo run, we got to get you in the booth. You see this side, but you got to see the other side, man. We got to get you blessing these bars on our microphone, man. We definitely appreciate you.
Nah, no problem. You already know, bars on deck, man. I'll come below the booth up for y'all.
Appreciate you, man. Cassie on the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast. Always love, bro. Appreciate you, man. Salute.